Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 100.
Today we are celebrating 100 days in the Walt Disney World resorts. That is so exciting. So to celebrate that, we are changing rooms. It seems only appropriate that that happens to fall on today. So we are checking out here at Art of Animation from the Little Mermaid room. We packed up all of our stuff, sent our bags over with Bell Services, and took the smaller stuff and put it in the car. But we didn't leave the resort just yet after we got everything packed up so we could check out. Alyssa had one more thing at Art of Animation she wanted to do before we left.
So I got the idea to do a Disney bound of Ariel while we were here because they have all these amazing statues and trinkets from the movie. I was like, this would be so much fun and a great place to do pictures and Disney bounding. So I happened to have a red wig that was actually for Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, but I mean, it works for Ariel too, so we're gonna make it work. And so I put that on, got all dressed up, and Robert was again the Instagram husband for me taking pictures. And it was actually really sunny out, so at first it was really hard for me to look at the camera, so I had some really funny like blinking pictures. So we tried figuring out what the best pose would be because they have this Prince Eric statue, which I just had to take pictures with. And we ended up having a lot of fun, and I was teasing Robert about these muscles that Prince Eric has. And we just kept laughing and having a good time. And then we went and took pictures. There was a fork. So of course I had to take a picture with a fork because it's a dingle hopper. You have to take a picture with a dingle hopper. It's how you brush your hair. And then we just took pictures and video throughout the rest of the area there.
A snark flat.
It really is a great location if you're Disney bounding. Anything from Lion King to Finding Nemo to Little Mermaid, you have all these great props that you can take pictures with, and it's awesome.
I mean, I'd kind of like to see someone Disney bounding as the Cars from Cars and going over the Cars section. I feel like it'd be a little more difficult because you have like, when you have like a rubber belt that looks like a tire maybe. I don't know how you pull that one off.
You do some cool stuff with that though.
I don't know, it'd be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anyone Disney bound as Cars, but
or
there
like
you go, there's
scare
an idea.
people, do like the Transformer thing where you're like chilling down next to one of the other pieces and then they're like taking a picture like, ah!
I don't think you should do that. No, that sounds like a good way to get kicked out.
I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, it's a good way to get kicked out, yeah.
After taking a ton of pictures and just having a lot of fun in this area, we did get in the car and drive over to Coronado Springs. We love going back to Coronado Springs because we know we're gonna have great views here and great food. We always get excited knowing we're gonna eat well at Coronado. So we went to the check-in desk and they said, hey, your room is ready. We actually upgraded you to a preferred room. And I was like, I appreciate that so much. Is there any way you can give this upgrade to someone else? Because we booked a water view here and we would like to have a water view to show the different areas around the resort. We're trying to show each of the different views here at Coronado. So there's standard, preferred, water view. And so we booked a water view. And she goes, actually, this is a great upgrade because you're much closer to the food, to the lobby. I really think you'll like this. I said, I so appreciate it. I really, really do. But we're living in the resorts for a year, and so we're trying different room types and different views. So we do actually need the water view that we booked. She's like, really? It can be a really long walk. And I was like, I know it's crazy, and I'll be the only one to ever decline an upgrade like this. But yes, we would like to have a water view. She's like, okay, well, let me call because they did change the room for you. So let me call and let them know. So she gets on the phone, and we heard the funniest conversation. Again, you can only hear one side of it. We heard, yep. Yes, I explained that too. Yes, I did tell her that. Yes, I told her that too. No, she still wants it. And I'm cracking up because I know the person on the other end of the phone is saying the exact same things that she just told me. I'm like, I know that I'm declining an upgrade, and I know that water view could be anywhere around the water and we could end up walking a really long way. But we want to show the different room types. And so she got off the phone. She's like, okay, we found a water view for you. It's not ready yet, but it actually should be ready soon. And as soon as it is, you guys will get a text and we're like, awesome, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And she once again goes, are you sure? I was like, yes, I promise we're okay. We want the water view.
Yeah, we've already stayed in the preferred room. Otherwise, we totally would have taken the upgrade.
Yep.
But yeah, she was really, really surprised that we didn't want the upgrade. Thankfully, though, they made it work for us and got us the room that we needed. So we went on down to the food court because we thought, well, if the room's not ready, we may as well eat. We are here. It is lunchtime. So we went to the food court and ordered a couple things. They had a soup of the day that was a chicken noodle soup. It looked really good. So we got a bowl of that for Alyssa. And then I got a pizza. Of course, I was going to share my pizza. I didn't eat it all myself. But I got a pizza, and they do let you choose your toppings. And then they make it right there in front of you. They put the sauce on, the cheese, all the toppings you want. And they cook it right there in a big brick oven. So it's really good pizza. It's done really quickly, only takes a couple minutes to cook. Very similar to Blaze Pizza down at Disney Springs. So once that pizza was ready, we went and enjoyed our lunch. Very much enjoyed it. Of course, like we always do here at Coronado. It's amazing how good the food in the food court is here.
I loved the soup. I love soup anyway. It doesn't matter how hot or cold it is. I love a good soup. Because it's one of those things, like there are so many different types. You could have soup all the time and never have the same thing twice. So I was so excited to see that soup was on their menu today.
When we were done with our lunch, we walked over to the bakery area to kind of look and see what they had. And they have all kinds of treats there. And they change them out throughout the day. So you never know what you're going to find. Everything we've ever had from there is delicious, but we weren't really looking to eat dessert just yet. We're kind of looking and planning ahead for later maybe. And while we were in the bakery there, we got the text that our room was ready, and thankfully it was not all the way across the resort. It was still a water view. It was right there on the outside of the building, but it was a preferred building, so it's a little closer than it could have been if it was over in Ranchos or one of the other sections around the water. So we went to the room to get all checked in, and when we got there, a housekeeper was actually in the room right next door, and she saw us coming in and said, "Hey, welcome. Is this the room you're staying in?" We said, "Yeah, it is. We're really excited to be here for a few days." She's like, "Well, if there's anything at all you need, you let me know. I just finished cleaning that room. It should be good to go. I'll be here all week, so anything you need, just find me and I'll help take care of you."
She was so sweet.
Thanks. That was really like above and beyond, but I appreciate that. So we went in and started taking pictures of the room and did 360 pictures. Then we walked back out of the room so we could do our room tour and go into the room and do the tour. And she was still out there. She's like, "Hey, is there something wrong with your room? Is there something you guys need?" Like, "Oh no, we're doing a video tour." Like we weren't leaving because it's all good. Room's good. We're good to go. So we did our room tour live on Facebook. Newly remodeled as the rest of the resort is here at Coronado Springs. Water view room. This is a room that has 2 queen beds. Now previously when we stayed here, they had a king bed room for us. This is the one that has the 2 queens. As the standard for most of the remodels goes, the beds are on those risers, so we do have storage underneath. Yay, storage, so we're not always kicking our suitcases in the dark when we're trying to get up and go to the bathroom. That has happened on more than one occasion. And these beds are the ones that also have the little reading lamps built into the headboard, which is a really fun little feature and also very helpful if you don't want to have all the lights in the room on if you are up late at night when your spouse is not. They keep with the same Southwestern theme here and the 3 Caballeros and Donald Duck. They have a few different artwork pieces in the room with them in there. This one is still one of my favorites. So far, this one has been in every room here at Coronado Springs. And if you'd like to see that complete tour, it is linked down in the description below and up in the corner.
Now, at this point, we did call Bell Services to see if our bags were there. They weren't here just yet, but we decided to walk to the front because today is day 100 of living in the resorts and we need to commemorate. And the only real way you can commemorate anything at Walt Disney World is getting a button. So we went to the front and let them know what we were celebrating and they made a button for us. So we went out and took pictures. And about that time, we did get our bags back. So we went back to the room, Bell Services delivered our bags, and then we got ready and went on Facebook and did a live video, 100 things we've learned in 100 days living in the Walt Disney World resorts. And it was a huge range of different things, and we're gonna share a few of those here. All right, first one. There are lizards everywhere. And if a lizard wants to find its way into your room, it will find a way, no matter what you do, and no matter how far away you take it. That was number 1.
It also goes for bugs as well, by the way.
Yes.
Number 2, which I know we're not going to keep going with numbers because we're going to forget at some point what number we're on, but be careful how loud you're talking when you're in your hotel room because you have no idea who else is listening to your conversation.
We've heard a lot of them.
Yes, you learn a lot of things. So, yeah, be careful how loud you are in your resort rooms.
Watching Happily Ever After near someone who has never seen it is still an incredible experience and reminds us of our first time seeing the magic that it creates.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do at nighttime in the parks. And It's a Small World doesn't get any better. Ever.
Peter Pan's flight never has a short line. Ever.
Yeah, like ever. If you really want something in your suitcase, you will make it fit. Ask me how I know.
It's amazing what you find in your suitcase when you clean it out.
Yeah, see previous point, right? You can fit more stuff in your car if you remove the back seat.
Specifically about 6 inches.
Yep. Alyssa has still not hit 999,999 points on Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin.
And we are not going to do a poll to see how many think I can hit that this year.
She's come close. She broke 800,000 one time.
That was the ride broke down.
But she hit 800,000.
We hope you enjoyed those as much as we did, and if you want to see the entire video, it is linked in the description below. Once that video was done, we did head back to the room because Robert loves working in these rooms because they do have a dedicated desk area and he can kind of spread out and just work. So we did a little bit of work before it was time to do a live Instagram Q&A, and we have not done one live on Instagram yet. We've been on Facebook several times, but this was the first time we were live on Instagram. We had quite a few people on, which we were surprised about, but it was really great to just answer questions and chat with people. We always love doing the lives because they're so different and unique because it feels more like a conversation.
Yeah, the Q&As are always a lot of fun. Even though we get a lot of the same questions each time, we also get a lot of new, unique questions each time. So it's a lot of fun to do. And Instagram was a little bit different of a feel as far as the platform compared to doing one on Facebook. Now, once we were done with our Q&A, I needed to get some rooms booked. We're starting to kind of run out of runway later on in May. So I went through and started calling in and going online and working on different things, booking the rooms. I also had a couple different people with Disney Vacation Club points that I'd been reaching out to, and I locked in a couple of those today as well. So now we have almost all of our Disney Vacation Club rooms booked for the rest of the year. There's still a few here and there that we haven't booked yet that I'm going to have to book at random times, but at least for the majority of September and December, and then a few here throughout the summer, I have our DVC rooms taken care of. So I feel like I'm getting closer to like locking up the whole year and being done, but I also still have a very long way to go before I'm completely done with the bookings. So after we finished up with those bookings, that was the end of our day today. So we will see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.